And thousands of us tonight are on the broad road that leads to destruction. And tonight, I would say with Moses, I would say with Joshua, turn, repent, choose God, serve Him, live for Him. That is the message of God tonight to this great audience of people at Yankee Stadium.
I see revival coming to planet Earth, maybe as never before. It will be untold numbers, an untold, uncounted multitudes that will be saved. The dead will be raised. The arthritic will be healed. Cancer will be healed. No disease would be able to stand before God's people, and that it would be a worldwide situation.
There's a church that doesn't just know about God, they know God. They don't just believe in His power, they carry His power. God will shake the United States of America one last time, not by might, not by power, but by my Spirit.
Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as Adalis and I are here to announce our next big move, biggest move we've ever made for Revival Today. Behind me is a building that will look nothing like it looks right now when we finish. We're on just under 5 acres of property that we've just finished purchasing, which is going to give us the ability to have a state-of-the-art studio. And in that studio, something I've wanted to have for a long time, which is a live studio audience. It's going to be a 500-seat building when we finish with it that'll give us the ability to touch the world with our broadcasts. This facility is going to give me the ability to do what I've really missed, which is having you in the audience to minister to personally. Obviously, you can't beat the reach of digital media. We touch the whole world every day. But we have the ability now with this to lay hands on people, pray for people that are sick, a place where you can bring people that are drug addicted, demonized, and really give them the ministry that you can't get on YouTube and Facebook. I can't wait. And then beyond that, we're going to announce the launch of Revival Today Church. We're going to hold Holy Ghost church services every Sunday morning. I'll be there most Sunday mornings. This isn't going to be like some little side project. We're going to give you and your family a place you can go that's a soul-winning church that values the presence of God, where you can get prayed for and ministered to, where there's not a critical race theory lecture or a mass and social distancing 10 minutes of no talking to anybody in the lobby. None of that. We're going to have a place where you're free and where you're free to experience the presence of God.
I'm incredibly excited because I know a lot of you have been asking about different meetings and events that we couldn't have during COVID, and trust me, we tried so hard. So this really frees us up to do everything that we want to do with healing meetings and women's conferences. So I am so looking forward to seeing you and having you be a part of this.
So I want to give you a twofold call to action. Number one, if your church turned in to a liberal nightmare in 2020 and you need a place to go, I would be happy to have you at our church. Number two, if you are a partner or a friend of our ministry, Revival Today, this is the biggest move by far we've ever made. By the time we finish remodeling that building, the acquiring of the property, you're looking at a couple of M's. So if you would stand with us now, I'll say thank you ahead of time. Pray and ask the Holy Ghost what He would have you to do. You've been so generous, and I thank you ahead of time for your extreme generosity. I know I speak on behalf of my wife, everybody here at Revival Today when I say we love you very much. And now I can say I look forward to seeing you face to face here at the new home of Revival Today.
Hey.
They mocking me?
I think so. Good morning, everybody.
How's everyone doing? George Thurlow, Bob Drain, Angela, Andrew Lamer. We've got Stock Market Samurai. We were just talking about you because you said, I bought $100,000 worth of SafeMoon. Is that good? That's a good investment, right? Actually, some of us did, okay? Some of us got duped. So, and it was not, it wasn't $100,000 worth.
And Dave Portnoy got $100,000 worth of SafeMoon for pushing it as hard as he did. So
I blame him. Absolutely blame him. That jerk.
Well, like and share the broadcast. Get everybody, your entire family, village, town, whatever, watching. We're trying to put Fox Business and CNBC out of business.
Ways to go. Oh, man. You're a village. That's funny that you say that because there's people watching from all over. It's true. Good
Let's
morning,
get started.
Brother Kofi.
Let's go.
All right. Well, let's get started.
Home Depot.
All right, so the title today is Home Depot has a ship. What? Like
I
friendship?
found this article this morning.
What
Like an
kind of
actual
ship?
ship, like a cargo ship.
Okay.
Let's see the article. Home Depot is one of the largest importers in the country. Yet with congested ports, container shortages, and COVID-19 outbreaks slowing shipments, the company made a decision. It was time to get its own boat.
What's the music, though?
Home Depot, it's like from their commercial.
Oh, I'm like, yeah, all right. How did they get the music? All right, that's fine. Continue.
We have a ship that's solely going to be ours, and it's just going to go back and forth with 100% dedicated to Home Depot. President and Chief Operating Officer Ted Decker said in an interview, it marks the first time that the company has taken such a step. I thought that was very interesting.
Very strange.
Decker said the contracted ship, which will begin running next month, is just one example of the unusual measures that the company is taking as it copes with challenges that have ricocheted across the global supply chain. On rare occasions, Home Depot has also flown in power tools, faucets, electrical components, fasteners, and other smaller high-value items by air freight. In other cases, it has opted to buy items on the spot market, even though it can cost as much as 4 times more than the contracted rates.
So they're doing this to control some of the rates?
They're doing this because there's no freight available on ships, and so they're trying
just
to take
we're
it.
just gonna take control over here.
So basically, it's a ship that's going to go back and forth between China and the United States just with Home Depot stuff.
No freaking way. I wonder if other furniture places can do that, because we know of a furniture store that's I think it was initially their wait time. I'm just dreading this moment here. Hang on. So they are, you know what?
20 seconds. 19.
I'm just going to wait
18,
till this moment is over.
15. And
Stock market's about to open, y'all. So
everybody, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Oh, wow. That was overkill today.
you just kept waiting for money. Machine's burning out. All right.
All right, let's see what we're looking at. Looks like the market just keeps going up, no matter what's going on.
The market doesn't give a
Good
crap.
news or bad news?
I don't know. Nobody can really understand the market at this point. I just got it.
So furniture.
So yeah, we have a friend who has a furniture business, and he said that the typical wait time, I'm not sure if you're watching or not, but the typical wait time for furniture used to be 2 weeks. And now it's no longer 2 weeks. It's like 27 weeks or something ridiculous. So I wonder if other people can get on board with this idea.
They might have to get
Wait, this one. It's delayed.
They might have to get contracts with shipping for like a certain amount of space or something like that.
No kidding. But I mean, that's how desperate these companies are.
Yeah.
And so fed up with all of these restrictions. All right, so Home Depot. What do you think about Home Depot stock?
Home Depot stock's always good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A nice safe one?
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean,
that's a good
it
idea.
can be cyclical because if there's like a crash in the real estate, obviously it's going to go down. But
Right.
I think Home Depot is always a good idea.
I have an
They're
article
probably at
about
all-time highs right now.
the real estate bubble from Bloomberg. It's kind of scary.
Are we in a bubble?
Are we? Looks like it. I'll actually have to pull it for them so they can read it if we have time. If we have time.
What
Okay.
is Home Depot at?
Let me see.
$307. And they're way up. 2017, they were at 135. So yeah, it might be a little expensive now.
Yeah.
Although they're still under 30 on their price to earnings. And they have an almost 2% dividend yield.
Oh,
That's
wow.
not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Home Depot said 8 to 10 weeks to do a backyard private fence.
8 to 10 weeks private fence.
Rom said, my stuff has taken a year and then I had to return and get an exchange. I'm still waiting.
Yeah. This is.
All right, let's see the next article. Jamie Dimon says JP Morgan is hoarding cash because very good chance inflation is here to stay. Now, this guy's one of the smartest guys on Wall Street.
Okay.
So we'll see what he has to say. Let's see the article.
Because there was other companies, other banks that we covered that were no longer taking cash deposits. So now you're saying this bank is doing the opposite.
Yeah, but they're hoarding their own cash
Okay.
to invest.
Interesting.
All right.
Is that Jamie?
Yes, that's him.
Okay.
Jamie Dimon. Believes cash is king, at least for the time being. JP Morgan Chase has been effectively stockpiling cash rather than using it to buy treasuries or other investments because of the possibility higher inflation will force the Federal Reserve to boost interest rates. Dimon said Monday during a conference, the biggest U.S. bank by assets has positioned itself to benefit from rising interest rates, which will let it buy higher yield assets, he said. So basically what they're doing is they're stockpiling cash because they think the bond market is going to go up in rates. And that's when they would invest cash so they can get some more money.
How can you read that? Have you been reading it like this?
Yes.
Wow.
Should have been a fighter pilot.
I need to read more carrots or something. Good Lord. Okay.
Keep going. We have a lot of cash and capability that we're going to be very patient because I think you have a very good chance inflation will be more than transitory. If you look at our balance sheet, so he's going basically against what like 80% of Wall Street is saying that it's all transitory. They're all agreeing with the Fed, and he's one of the ones that is saying no. I think that the inflation is going to be more than transitory. So we'll see who's right. If he's right, they're going to make a lot of money.
Sure.
If you look at our balance sheet, we have $500 billion in cash.
Well, that's it.
We've actually been effectively stockpiling more and more cash, waiting for opportunities to invest at higher rates. I do expect to see higher rates and more inflation, and we're prepared for that. Dimon waded into the ongoing debate on whether higher inflation is a result of temporary aspects of the reopening, like raw material shortages or supply chain issues, or if it could be more lasting. There's increasing voices. Deutsche Bank also agrees with them. Hedge fund billionaires who warn of consequences should the Fed ignore inflation. And they're going to start meeting today for their 2-day meeting. And then they're going to come out with like interest rates and what they're going to do.
The Feds.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, next
But
article.
the idea is that the interest rates aren't really moving just because it's going to spook the market.
Yeah, what has happened in years past is when they increase interest rates, then the stock market goes down.
Okay. What if they increase it? What happens?
This time, I don't know what's going to happen.
Because the stock market is
Yes,
pretty
it's
volatile.
crazy.
So, yeah, because last week I definitely thought with the expenditures or the prices going up 5%,
Yeah,
I was like, that's going to spook the stock market. Nothing happened.
nothing.
So interesting. So in the next 2 days, we're supposed to hear something.
Even if they do increase interest rates, they would have to increase it fairly significantly for you to get more returns from bonds and other assets like that than you would from stocks. I think stocks still gives you the best returns out of any asset class,
I see.
except for obviously cryptocurrency. For my cryptos out there.
Doug's like, yeah. Right. Next.
Did you see this?
No.
I'm excited to see it on the road.
Ford begins shipping new Bronco SUVs for consumers. Have you seen the new Bronco SUV or no?
I haven't seen it in person.
I have seen it in person.
You
I was in Tampa this past weekend and I got cut off by a Bronco and I was like, that's fine because you look fly.
It does. It looks.
It
really
looks
good.
amazing. It was a red Bronco and it was. Why are Broncos so
I don't.
beautiful?
Way nicer than Jeeps.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Sorry
just
for anybody who has a
so
Jeep
strange.
out there.
Yeah, it's true. Somebody's like, you jerk. All right, let's read it.
Look at that.
Yes, I saw that in red. She's just a good-looking gal. And this is in Detroit. Ford Bronco SUVs are rolling off a Michigan assembly line and shipping to dealers for the first time in a quarter century, marking a new beginning for what's expected to be a significantly profitable product for the automaker. I'm not going to lie, I still really like the classics.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting one of these either. Ford Motor started shipping Bronco SUVs from the company's Michigan assembly plant on Monday. Inside the plant, 2- and 4-door versions of the Bronco in all sorts of colors, from vibrant yellows, yuck, and blues to blacked out models. That's where I'm at. We're being produced at the facility near Detroit. So interesting. Maybe this could be a resurgence in Detroit.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with Detroit.
They haven't produced it in 25 years. Ever since what's his name was running from the police in that white Bronco.
Is that really when they stopped
Let's
producing
stop
it?
production. I don't know.
That's really interesting because I mean it can't be 25 years, is it?
What's the guy's name?
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
When did O.J. Simpson go on the chase? It can't be 25 years ago, because I remember being, I remember being very alert and being like, "This is scary, Mom." It can't be. It can't be.
And he actually just bought a white Ford Bronco, another one. So we'll see what happens.
What a guy. The Bronco is viewed as one of the most critical non-electric product launches for the company in years. It's expected to be flagship model for a new Bronco family of vehicles. Interesting. Next. I have stock in Ford.
How's it doing?
Let me see.
You're up about 0.25% today.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Should have bought it at $5 a couple of years ago.
Should've,
Mid
could've.
last year. Man.
Yeah, I'm up about 0.25%, but overall I'm actually
China's
losing.
electric car leaders predict new energy vehicles will dominate the local market by 2030. So we've been talking about this a lot.
We have.
The Chinese energy
We
market.
have.
And now they're predicting that it's going to dominate within the next couple of years, within the next 8 years. So NIO and what was the other one? Let's see the article.
Is it going to dominate, or are they just going to force their hand by
They're going to
outlawing diesel and all this kind of stuff? Of course.
It's obviously
China.
heavily subsidized, yeah. New energy vehicles will dominate the world's largest auto market in about 10 years, 2 executives from major Chinese electric car companies predicted over the weekend. Continue. New energy vehicles refer to battery-powered and hybrid cars. The category accounted for more than 10% of new car sales in China in March and grew to 11.4%. Those are actually pretty high numbers for electric vehicles. So out of all vehicles that were sold in May, 11%.
Would you get an electric vehicle?
No.
Yeah, I just
Not yet.
get with the program with the electric vehicles.
I can't either.
I'm trying to see past the silent engines and I don't know. I can't.
They'll
I
put a
can't.
noise in it for you.
It's just not the same.
It's not. He forecast that the penetration rate would surge to more than 70% in 2030.
Wow.
That's according to a transcript the company provided of his remarks at the China Auto Chongqing Summit, held June 12th and 13th. So that's BYD. We've looked at them before. They were trading at 190, somewhere around there. And then NIO. But NIO's deliveries fell in May from April. And they're well below that of BYD. But I still think they have a good product because I'm invested in them. And I think everybody else should invest in them.
Interesting. I'm not touching Neil. I don't know why.
No?
It's not happening.
I think it was... OJ was June 17th, 1994. So what is that?
By golly, that is 2004, 2000.
Yeah, that's almost,
No
that's
way,
25
that's
years ago,
literally
basically.
25 years ago. That is insanity. It was very close to 25 years, 21 years. Have we seen the Ford F-150 Lightning? Mm-hmm. Didn't we talk about the Lightning or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe we did. It's the electric version of the Ford F-150 that Biden was driving when he said that he was going to run over the reporter.
Ryan, is that you or is that Krista? Because one of you is buying a diesel truck louder and dirtier. There's nothing like a diesel truck, I'll tell you what.
Picture of the Lightning. There's nothing like the sound of it.
So that Lightning is an electric vehicle. Mm-hmm. No thanks. Listen, I can hear Abel coming down the road from 10 minutes away. I'm like, is that? Yeah, that's a diesel. Yeah, that's Abel.
When I
Those
used
engines
to
are
work with him
nice.
on Saturdays, when I still lived up in Oakdale,
Yeah.
I
could hear him coming.
I could hear him coming and had time to like put my shoes on, because I'd sit on the couch, had my shoes off, and I'd hear him coming down the hill.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well, put my shoes on.
It's just nothing like a diesel engine.
That was when he still had that green one.
Your uncle got a Mercedes that thing.
Yes.
That's a diesel.
Yes.
Of course it is, because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. And run it on almost anything. It's like a tank. Put some vegetable oil in there, whatever you want.
That is awesome. I'm so excited for him. All right. Get that Ford F-150 Lightning out of my face.
Lumber is showing us the future. So everybody who thought they were super rich because they had all that lumber, sorry, you ain't so rich anymore. Should have invested in something else like Bitcoin. Keep going.
Is it taking a nosedive? What's up?
It is. It's going down.
Finally, dude.
A transitory
Prices
surge
were
goes on.
insane.
Yeah. 2 months ago, it took only one thing to be rich, and that was a piece of lumber.
So true. It's so true.
Through the spring, the surge in lumber prices became the market narrative as it covered every pandemic-related trend, labor shortages, shipping constraints, and housing demand, all in one place. But it looks like the latest mini bubble to hit the market has started to pop and offers us a preview of what's to come across the economy.
Including housing market. There.
Yes.
Said it. Go ahead, continue.
On Monday, the lumber futures contract traded back below 1,000 per 1,000 board feet for the first time since late March, a level that is still elevated to be sure, but back in line with pandemic-era peaks seen late in summer 2020 and the early winter of 21. Keep going. So there we have it. Lumber futures are down almost 40% from their record high.
Wow.
They hit in mid-May as the latest mini bubble with the economy cools off. During the housing bubble, the futures contract for random length lumber never traded above 500 per board feet, but in early May, lumber futures were trading hands for more than 1,600 per board feet. The surge was adding as much as $36,000 to the cost of a new home on average. New homes sell for around $400,000.
So hopefully that'll start cooling off.
So that'll start cooling off. We've called this recovery the not enough economy, as demand for almost everything, workers' vacations, dinner reservations, and so on, outstrips supply. Another way to slice this narrative is, as Bloomberg's Joe Wiesenthal has argued, to call this an economy facing a series of short squeezes. Used car prices, for instance, have been ripping higher as demand rises and supply is constrained. The used car market is in essence facing a short squeeze, which will probably be over by the end of the year.
Nice.
Shipping market, same thing. So it's looking like these inflation pressures are starting to come down a little bit.
Interesting.
All right, next.
I wonder what's causing the prices to come down. Just more people back to work?
Yeah, more people back to work, productivity's up, and I think there's just the supply is like coming in slowly.
I see.
Either that or people are just backing off because they hear that all these prices are going up. So they're just like, you know what? We're not going to do
We're
that
just gonna
right
delay
now.
this project.
We're just going to delay this. Yeah.
That's good. All right. Next.
Did you see this?
No.
Electric aircraft company Vertical Aerospace plans to go public.
Cuando?
So let's see the next article with American Airlines because they invest in it. So this company wants to go public.
Wait a minute. Where have I heard Vertical before? This is the flying taxis.
Yes.
Yes.
That you've seen maybe like the Uber
The black.
rendering
Have you
of it.
seen the black
Exactly.
ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So continue. Go. Vertical. Electric flying taxis. Helicopter-like vehicles is part of the push for more efficient aircraft.
Let's see
What?
continue. Yeah.
Continue.
American Airlines Group is the latest carrier to get in on the flying taxi trend as airlines, aerospace manufacturers, and tech companies vie to get the new aircraft off the ground. The airline plans to invest $25 million in Vertical Aerospace Group, a UK-based electric aircraft startup. The world's largest carrier by traffic said it was buy as many as 250 of Vertical's planned flying taxis as airlines and financiers look to back the nascent technology with its partners in the venture taking potential orders to 1,000. So I've seen these with like Uber logos on them, so that it would be like you can fly from anywhere in New York City to JFK, and you don't have to like sit in traffic. That's what they would use them for.
Wow.
American said the aircraft, which are electric and take off and land vertically like helicopters, could zip customers around congested cities to get to and from airports.
Do we have a video? Rom, can you try to get a video of this aircraft?
I don't know if
It's not
flown yet.
It's not.
I don't know if it has
Is it
flown
just
yet.
basically like a?
Because I haven't seen. Has it flown yet? Yeah, I don't think it's flown yet. Do we
No
have a picture?
pictures?
We have a picture.
Let me see that, Jake. Oh, okay. Whoa, I
That's-
was way off.
That's just a prototype. They've got. See if you can pull up the pictures of.
So
it's got like
gonna be,
four
it's gonna
propellers
clearly
on it.
much bigger. If they're trying to, if they're
Oh,
trying,
it's downloading.
if they're trying to, I mean, I guess. That's basically the size of a taxi. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, so I thought it was going to be a much larger aircraft.
In one of the articles, it said it was going to be about $40 one way between wherever in New York City to JFK.
What? You couldn't even do that on a taxi.
Exactly. You can't do that in an Uber.
We have it.
Pull
Let
up
me see.
the. Okay.
All right, so that looks nothing like the picture that we saw, but that's
So it's
fine.
the Tesla of the skies.
Okay. It really is basically a helicopter. But it's fully electric.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
I'd be interested to see if they can actually make this happen because they've been talking about flying cars and all these things for a long time now, so we'll see.
No kidding.
But they are
Vertical-
going public through an S-Pack. So it looks like 4 seats in the back and then the pilot.
Wow.
Where are they going to get these pilots from?
So 4 seats in the back. All right, let me see. British.
Go back to the last article, the first one, that they're going to go public. You see the article? Vertical Aerospace, a British electric aircraft manufacturer, announced last Thursday that it tends to go public via a $2.2 billion S-Pack deal with Broadstone Acquisition. Keep going. Keep going. Fitzpatrick highlighted the potential efficiency of electric aircraft in short travels. A trip from downtown Los Angeles to LAX or from JFK to Manhattan would last only 12 minutes and would be about $40.
Wow.
That's crazy.
There's no chance that that's going to be just $40. No chance. Not in New York.
But the congestion?
Yeah.
How are you going to make all that? They're going to have 1,000 of those flying around. That's going to be pretty congested in already congested airspace.
No kidding.
Even though they're going to be flying much lower, but still.
No. Mm-mm. But on their, so when are they going public? No word yet.
No, not yet. They're planning on going with Broadstone Acquisition, so I'm sure that we're going to get a ticker soon.
In February of 2021, the company announced it was partnering with Solvay SA for the development of the composite structure of its vehicles. In March, the company announced it was partnering with Rolls-Royce for the development of electrical power systems. So they're doing big things.
Rolls-Royce of the skies.
Wow, man.
All right, next. Shell weighs blockbuster sale of Texas shale assets. Shell works to eliminate carbon emissions. You're an oil company. How are you going to eliminate carbon emissions as it continues to face pressure from investors? Let's see the article. Royal Dutch Shell is reviewing its holdings in the largest U.S. oil field for potential sale. People familiar with the matters told Reuters, marking a key moment in its shift away from fossil fuels as it faces growing pressure to slash carbon emissions. The sale could be part or all of Shell's position in the U.S. Permian Basin, located mostly in Texas, which accounted for around 6% of the Anglo-Dutch company's total oil and gas output last year. The holdings could be worth more than $10 billion. Shell declined to comment. There was no guarantee Shell would end up striking a deal for the assets. Keep going. Shell's energy transition plan, one of the sector's most ambitious, aims to reduce oil and gas output gradually and boost spending on renewables, hydrogen, and low-carbon technologies. Keep going. A Dutch court last month ordered Shell to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions by 2030, much faster than planned. Shell plans to appeal the ruling, CEO Ben van Beurden said last week, but the company will also deepen emission cuts, a move likely to shrink its oil and gas business, which is, I don't understand this. The energy major plans to reduce oil output by 1 to 2% per year by 2030. Through lower investment and disposals, it will increase spending on renewables and low-carbon technologies up to 25% of its overall budget by 2025. This is going to be very interesting to see, like, what's going to happen here. What kind of renewables, what kind of things are they going to invest in? You know, because you're an oil company.
No kidding. But so this is a U.S.-based company getting sued by the Dutch courts?
No, it's a Dutch company.
It's a Dutch company.
Yeah.
So what does that have to do with the Texas branch?
It's selling off its oil and gas assets in the U.S.
I just mean.
In a move away from fossil fuels towards renewables. But they would, I mean, it's going to take billions in R&D for them to come up with things that they can do.
It's probably just be stuck in litigation for years and years.
Yeah. All right, next. Oatly. Have you heard of this?
No. Oat
Oatly?
milk stinketh.
Oatly's business
People are
strategy.
always like, let me just give you this coffee. It's got oat milk. You're never going to taste the difference.
You do taste the difference.
It's disgusting.
You have to put way more milk in it.
It's like milk with traced with like dirt. It tastes like dirty milk.
You think so?
It's just so gross. It just tastes that like nutty after flavor that tastes like dirt, kind of.
Yeah.
It's nasty. I can't get with oat milk. But I've heard about this brand.
Yeah. They just went public not too long ago.
Are they killing it or what?
And it looks like they're going up. They've been upgraded. Oatly has the benefit of a plant-based tailwind. Can't talk today.
Plant-based tailwind. What does
Yes,
that even mean?
In the market, like with, what's that one brand called? Beyond Meat and
Yeah.
all those other companies that are coming out with like plant-based diets.
Gross.
So we're going back to eating plants and bugs, apparently. All right, let's see the article. Truist Securities Analysis initiated Oatly Group AB shares with a buy at $35, and they were trading at around $27. So there's some room there for growth, especially because it's a darling company. And, everybody's like, oh yeah, I invested in Oatly because, we're going green. So there might be some winnings in there for you if you invest in Oatly. All right,
Oatly.
next.
Come on, are you really going to invest in Oatly?
I'm not, no.
Yuck. Next. You know who's going to invest in Oatly?
Who's that?
Stephanie.
Yes. That
Stephanie's
is true.
gonna- I'm pretty sure
She
Stephanie
probably
has
owns the company.
purchased Oatly before.
Have
I'm
you?
pretty sure that she brought a thing of Oatly. It's definitely been in our fridge. See, it's in her coffee right now. It's in her
Do
coffee.
you own Oatly?
She drinks it now.
The
Great.
company? No.
You might want to. It's your gig. She'll drink her coffee with oat milk and have a handful of
Chia
beets
seeds. Oh, beets.
for breakfast. She likes to eat beets, and she'll sprinkle them with cinnamon or something.
Cinnamon on beets. Ugh.
Something she would do. She's like, cinnamon is high in antioxidants. That's the reason why we
Is
couple
it?
together. I don't know.
It's good for you.
All right, next.
Oh, man. All right, crypto news. Goldman Sachs.
Give me the teat or give me death. I think that means teat. Is that what does TETE mean? What does TETE mean? From
Oh, yeah, it would be like a cow.
oh, like the cow
Yes.
tit.
Yes.
A teat. Sorry. It's pretty grass. The teat of a cow. Right. That is utterly disappointing. Right. Goldman Sachs expands crypto. Goldman Sachs expands cryptocurrency trading desk with Ether futures and options.
See
What
the
is
article.
Ether? Ether is just another cryptocurrency.
Ethereum.
Ethereum.
They call it Ether.
Ether, not Ether.
All those Bitcoin bros.
Okay. Broskies. All right, let's read it. Investment bank Goldman Sachs has reportedly unveiled its plans to expand its cryptocurrency desk to offer Ether futures and options trading. The bank says institutional adoption will continue, noting that despite the material price correction, we continue to see a significant amount of interest in this space. Goldman Sachs head of digital assets, Matthew McDermott, has reportedly revealed that the global investment bank plans to offer futures and options trading in Ether in the coming months, Bloomberg reported Monday. McDermott said in a phone interview with the publication Thursday. Continue. We've actually seen a lot of interest from clients who are eager to trade, and they find these levels as a slightly more palpable entry point. We see it as a cleansing exercise to reduce some of the leverage and the excess in the systems, especially from the retail perspective. Goldman Sachs formally established a cryptocurrency trading team in early May after seeing these people, they're scrambling.
They are.
After seeing a huge institutional demand for cryptocurrency, the investment bank also recently said that Bitcoin is now a new asset class. In May, the firm led the $15 million investment into crypto data provider Coinmetrics. McDermott added, "We are looking at a number of different companies that fit into our strategic direction." All righty. Goldman Sachs has said on several occasions that institutional interest in Bitcoin has been growing significantly. In a survey of 850 institutions last week, the bank found that almost 1 in 10 respondents are trading cryptocurrencies. Interesting. And 20% are interested in the assets. That's pretty astounding. And I wonder what it was like just a year ago,
Yeah.
that number.
Nobody was interested.
Nobody was interested. I heard about it, but I was like, nah, there's no way that you can really make money. This is all fake.
That's what I thought.
And then Reddit happened. And then there was people that we knew that were, overnight, bam, 50K. And you're like, wait, what? Right. Next. Eric writes, another Shuttlesworth? What does that mean?
Preston commented.
Oh, yes. Ether. I know. I hardly know her. Oh, God. Why did I read that? Why did I read that out loud? I read that out loud. Could I be so dumb?
And we're back. Quick fill in for Megalis.
Megalis got
Nick.
canceled. And we're back. See
And
the
we're
next
back.
article. So, Nick, where do you think in the market we are right now?
I'm in fear right now. I'm in fear.
What stocks are you in?
I pretty much closed all of my positions in stocks. I'm just going pretty heavy in crypto right now. But like Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. I'm not really like messing with the smaller coins. It's not bad. It's coming back up.
So you think that crypto right now, we're just at the takeoff point?
Yeah, I think so. I think we definitely will. Like, obviously, a couple weeks ago, we had a pretty big crash in the market. So I think then was the time to buy in, and it's just going to be up and down. But overall, it'll start going back up.
To
from
the
here.
moon from here.
To the moon from here.
Nice.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's just endless free money, untaxed. So it's all I'm in it for.
Next. Hedge funds see 7.2% of assets in crypto by 2026. That asset allocation equates to about $312 billion across the sector. So hedge funds are looking at this and they think that it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay. And that's why Goldman Sachs and others are scrambling to make sure that they have the tools they need to help their clients as best as they can. Let's see the article. Hedge funds expect to hold 7.2% of their assets in crypto in 5 years' time, according to a survey conducted by fund administrator Intertrust. That asset allocation equates to around $312 billion across the sector. As many as 17% of the survey's 100 respondents expect more than 10% of their portfolios to be allocated to crypto by 2026. But if you're Nick, it's going to be 100% of your portfolio. All right, let's go over our stocks.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Low risk. Rio, R-I-O, Rio Tinto, PLC. One of the largest mining companies in the world. They mine everything from iron ore to diamonds, copper to uranium. They have a lower debt to capital ratio than most companies in the industry. Should have no problem servicing its debts. Almost 6% annual dividend yield, which I like to see. This is shaping to be one of the best years for miners due to pent-up demand. It might also be a good long-term play. So for short-term, it's probably going to go up. Then it might go down a little bit. It's a very cyclical stock. So it might be a good long-term play due to the ever-increasing demand for metals and minerals used in manufacturing technology. It is one of the most efficient mining companies in the industry. Due to its size, the company's had slower revenue growth than most, but their dividend growth rate has outpaced the industry. Risks include scrutinization of environmental impact. It's based in the UK and exposed to a number of other nations who have recently shifted more towards socialism, such as Chile. And like I said, demand is cyclical for commodities, so it could be fairly volatile. But I think this is you should always have some mining in your portfolio, and this would be a good stock to own. Medium risk, GNL, Global Net Lease. It's a real estate investment trust. Companies focused on global portfolio of commercial properties. They acquire property with a focus of leasing it out. They've had consistent revenue growth. Even through the pandemic, they had a 98% rent collection.
Wait a minute. Is this one of the companies that's basically bought out by George Soros in order to keep the middle class down?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no,
Because that's
I don't
basically
think
what
George
you
Soros
just said that they're doing it. So they're buying out homes in order to lease them out.
No, commercial property.
Commercial properties.
They rent to like UPS and FedEx, the U.S. government.
Okay, so this
So-
isn't just residential homes.
No, it's only commercial.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they had a 98% rent collection rate during the pandemic, which is way better than most others. And they were in negotiations with the companies that weren't able to. They just announced in the second quarter that they had 100% of rent collected in this last second quarter. They have a great dividend at around 8%. Consistent dividend payouts. They rent out facilities to freight companies, medical companies. Risks include slightly higher debt to capital. It could face trouble servicing its debt if there was a serious economic crash. That's why it is a medium risk. But
I'm done reading these comments. I am absolutely done.
and the high risk Wish. We looked at this one last week, and I think there's some more opportunity.
Yeah, wait a minute. I think I'm in Wish.
It is seriously bouncing up and down today, so.
Yeah. It's up 3.8%. Just, I don't know what that is about. I'm not reading it out loud. I learned my lesson. I'm not quite sure what. Are you the pastor that she wants to dedicate her whole entire life to?
Nick.
Mary?
It was Nick.
Oh, Nick.
Yes.
Nick is the pastor that you will dedicate your whole heart to. I will marry you. That's what this lady said. I'm assuming it's a lady. All right.
I'm also keeping an eye on AMC and Corsair Gaming from yesterday.
Yeah, so
See if there's
AMC is
more
all over the
opportunity.
place too.
Yes.
But I still like AMC.
I don't.
You don't. No, you don't. You're
I
not,
want
you're
to.
not
I
gonna
want to
touch
get
it.
puts
It's
on it,
crazy.
and I want it to crash and make a ton of money off.
Wow. You know what? I reject that, and I command your words to fall flat on the ground. All right, so there you have it. All right, so give me some high risk.
High risk was Wish.
Wish.
Yeah. Context logic, and I think that they were talking about it. They're trying to get it to break out again. So we'll see.
Interesting.
We'll see if they can manage it on Wall Street Bets.
All right, one more time. Low risk. Show us the graphic. Low risk.
Rio.
There it is, Rio.
Rio Tinto. It's RIO.
RIO. Medium risk. Global
GNL.
Net Lease. Yep, GNL.
And high Wish, AMC, Corsair Gaming. Those are a couple that I'm going to look at this week.
I'm done with all of you people. Preston, I hate you.
All right, then I also looked at Gush, which was brought up yesterday. It's a leveraged 2x oil and gas bull ETF.
Okay.
These leveraged ETFs I would be very careful with. I've got burned on them multiple times.
Too volatile?
I've played those before as a day trade. The reason Gush is up so much is because of the rally in oil and gas stocks from their lows. So they're invested in like Antero Resources,
Okay.
Halliburton, those sort of stocks that have been up, 150% since March lows
Antero
last
is
year.
amazing, yeah.
So I would be careful with that one.
Gosh. Be careful with Gosh.
But if you want to trade it, day trade it, I've done that before. I've made money, and I've also lost money with leveraged ETFs.
That's
Do we have
good.
any questions?
Do we have any questions? Anyone other than Preston Shuttlesworth? I want AMC puts for when it goes to $0. Yes.
Somebody said Eric said we're just on the launching pad of crypto. You can go to the moon, but I'm going to Pluto.
Eric, where are you from? I feel like I know your face. Amen. Preston, once again, you know the greatest ship to invest in?
Friendship.
Friendship.
Yes. It's a great investment.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I don't think I've ever met you.
Chilean metals.
Let's all get married. God help us. Did I tell you that we I don't know what that comment was for. Like, Raza, who was that for? Can you explain yourself? We demand an explanation. Is he in the back of the set? Who are we talking about? Okay, we're getting lost again.
What does TD Ameritrade offer that Robinhood does not? TD Ameritrade, you can trade over-the-counter stocks. You can trade some like ADRs that you can't trade on Robinhood, which is a foreign country that is listed on an American stock exchange.
Okay.
Robinhood,
Robinhood
some
was
of
the one
those
that
you can't.
closed, that stopped you from buying AMC and GameStop.
They all did.
They all did.
They
So
all
that's
did.
TD Ameritrade.
Yeah,
TD
TD
Ameritrade
Ameritrade did too.
Did too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And they have way more tools than Robinhood does. So if you use their Thinkorswim platform, you can get into like all the technicals and the Bollinger lines and all of those things.
All right, listen, have you partnered with the Revival today? Now is your chance to get a wonderful mug. Check out this picture that Ram took yesterday of this mug. I thought it was look at how pretty that is. Wow, man. That's beautiful.
Fly me to the moon.
And so there you have it. That is your gift from us to you for a donation of any size. If you're watching on Facebook, now's your chance to give. #donate. If you want to give via text, it's RT to 50155. Cash App is $RT Give. Venmo is RT Give. RevivalToday.com/PayPal. And then, of course, if you want to donate using your cryptocurrencies, we are able to accept cryptocurrencies. What is wrong with these people today? On every platform, they are so strange. This is so bizarre. We're now accepting cryptocurrencies. So there you have it. Bitcoin, Ethereum, that's what it's called. Ether, okay? Litecoin, US coin. Scan here, or you can just go to revivaltoday.com/give. Hang on a second. And if you want to give by mail, please do so at Revival Today. P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, PA 15329. Please don't forget to claim your offer at revivaltoday.com/offer. 412-446-832. You guys are full of jokes today. If you still have any questions, and we'd be delighted to help you. So there you have it. That's today's show. My friends, do we have any other questions? Karen Simmons writes, how do I get started if I know nothing about stocks? What's the easiest way to get started?
Go to Investopedia, investopedia.com.
Sounds so boring.
Yeah, it's super boring. Go to investopedia.com and you can take like stock courses on there that'll explain it to you. And if not, you can buy a book by William J. O'Neill, How to Make
Invest
Money
or
in the
How to Make Money
in the stock market.
Yeah, Ryan said that Pastor Ryan just said that he bought that book, and so he's learning. Good for you. Should I look to TD Ameritrade versus Webull?
Yeah,
Uphold?
TD Ameritrade for stocks. Webull and Uphold is for cryptocurrencies. I use TD Ameritrade, but I've also been looking at interactive brokers.
Can you?
So there might be a switch coming.
Can you show us how to use the tools on Thinkorswim one day?
Yeah, I mean, I can go over it. It'll probably be a very boring lesson, but for the two of you that want to see it.
But I don't think that would be a bad idea to walk people through some of these apps. because when I went to buy Safe Moon, Mr. of course Stock Market Samurai is laughing at me, but when I went to buy Safe Moon, I literally needed to get 2 additional apps in order to get the Safe Moon, convert the Safe Moon into US to Bitcoin to, like, it was just this long process that maybe you could just show them how you buy like XRP, for example.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like walk them through it. I think that would be a really good idea.
Yeah, I can do that.
Especially for people who are like, this is just too much. They could literally just sit there with you or rewatch it later and then go step by step with you.
For TD Ameritrade, for Thinkorswim, if you have a TD Ameritrade account, they actually have tools on there too. If you log into your TD Ameritrade account, not Thinkorswim, the TD Ameritrade account, and go to education, you can go through all of that. It'll tell you everything that you need to know about Thinkorswim, and it'll even give you like courses on the stock market.
All right, there you have it. Webull is trash. Have you invested anything on Webull?
No, not on Webull. Uphold, Coinbase, and I just got a KuCoin account. So we'll see how it goes.
I have Webull. It's pretty trash. It's just like so not user friendly.
Somebody asked why I use an HP. Because Windows has way more tools available to you than Mac does.
Who wanted to know why you use HP?
Somebody asked that on the comments on the app.
That's interesting. I ask him that every single day.
I'll put an Apple sticker on it for you guys.
So Sarah says, I guarantee most people don't even know how to get through it. So I'm not kidding you. I think that's the next thing you should do is just walk people through like a purchase of XRP just so that they can see it.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way. Rom, is there a way that we can do like a screen mirroring or screen sharing or something where they can see?
We can even do like a
Zoom call or something?
Through TD Ameritrade or Zoom call, or we can do through TD Ameritrade. Just log into it, put it up on the screen, and just walk through how to buy something.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it this week.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. At 11 o'clock, Evangelist Dallas is going to be live doing her daily teaching. There it is. And then followed by live with Mrs. Maddie Ortiz at 4 p.m. And, of course, we're going to end the night with Check the News with Evangelist Jonathan Shuttlesworth. He's back in town. So that is it for today. Hope you have a wonderful day, y'all. See ya.
See ya.